Mariano Rivera figures to make quick work of his Hall of Fame ballot appearance, just as he did of opposing batters, and could even set another record when voting is announced Tuesday for highest percentage of ballots. No one has ever been a unanimous Hall of Fame selection. Ken Griffey Jr. holds the mark for the top percentage at 99.32 when he was on 437 of 440 ballots 2 years ago. Rivera was picked by all 221 voters totaled through midday Tuesday afternoon by Ryan Thibodaux' Hall of Fame vote tracker, about half the expected ballots. Rivera Halladay also appeared headed to election in his first appearance on the Baseball Writers Association of America ballot, while Edgar Martinez seemed likely to join them in his 10th and final appearance. Mike Messina also could gain the honor, but accused steroids users Barry Bond and Roger Clemens will likely fall short, along with Curt Schilling, who recently got some support from President Donald Trump on Twitter. Bill Ballou of the Telegram and Gazette in Worcester, Massachusetts, wrote in November that because he didn't plan to vote for Rivera, he wouldn't submit a ballot. He has had a long career, albeit in a role I do not value, a role I equate with a pad kicker in football or a shootout guy in hockey, Ballou wrote. Rivera could be the first Hall of Famer elected unanimously. I think I'm right about closers, but not so much that I would deny Rivera a chance to be the first unanimous Hall of Famer. Share this article. Share. But in a column on Tuesday, Ballou said he changed his mind and selected the reliever. Perhaps the best way to decide on now to vote in Hall of Fame elections is gut instinct. It is Potter Stewart and pornography. I know it when I see it, he wrote, referring to an opinion by the former Supreme Court Justice. In a recent tweet, President Donald Trump voiced his support for Schilling's candidacy. Curt Schilling deserves to be in the Baseball Hall of Fame, Trump wrote in a tweet he posted on Sunday night. Great record, especially when under pressure and when it mattered most. Do what everyone in baseball knows is right. Schilling, 52, immediately showed his gratitude on Twitter. Thank you, Mr. President. Do not give in on any of it. We are behind you. Unfortunately for Schilling and Trump, the voting deadline was December 31, so the president's support could not help Schilling this time. Rivera set the career saves record with 652 in 19 seasons plus 42 more in the postseason. The New York Yankees didn't even wait until his final game to retire his number 42. He was the last player in the major leagues to wear that number, grandfathered when no. 42 was retired in honor of Jackie Robinson in 1997. Rivera's efficiency was renowned on a Yankees dynasty that he helped win 5 World Series titles. He retired the site in order in 229 of his 491 three-out saves. According to the Elias Sports Bureau, he broke the previous mark of 601 saves set by 2018 inductee Trevor Hoffman. Rivera made a weepy exit in September 2013 when teammates Derek Jeter and Andy Pettitte went to the mound to remove him against Tampa Bay in what turned out to be his finale. After the final out, Rivera went back to the mound where he became famous and gathered a bit of his workplace to take home. I wanted to get some dirt, just stay there for the last time, knowing that I ain't going to be there no more, he said. Halladay's election will be tinged with melancholy. The 2-time Cy Young Award winner died in November 2017 at age 40 when the airplane he was piloting crashed into the Gulf of Mexico off the coast of Florida. He went 203-104 with a 3.38 ERA in 12 seasons with Toronto and 4 for Philadelphia. In 2010, he pitched a perfect game against the Marlins in May, then threw a no-hitter against Cincinnati in the NL Division Series opener, only the second no-hitter in postseason history after Don Larson's perfect game for the Yankees against Brooklyn in the 1956 World Series. Halladay retired at age 36 because of back injuries. "I want to continue to do things I enjoy doing, spend time with my family," he said when making the announcement. "The biggest thing is I'm trying to avoid surgery." Halladay was tracking at 92.9%, an overwhelming choice. Martinez received 36.2% support in his first ballot appearance in 2010, well short of the 75% needed. He rose from 27% in 2015 to 43.4% the following year, to 58.6% in 2017 to 70.4% last year, when he fell 20 votes shy of the 317 needed. "We are trending up. Next year may be the year," he tweeted after the 2018 vote. Martinez hit .312 with 309 home runs in 18 seasons with Seattle, like Rivera spending his entire career with one organization. He was tracking at 90.3% support this year. Players' final totals usually drop by 5-7% from the vote tracker. Martinez would join 2014 inductee Frank Thomas as the only players in the Hall who played a majority of their games as a designated hitter. David Ortiz is likely to make it 3 when he becomes eligible in 2022. 6 players were inducted last year, included 4 voted in by writers, 1 shy of the record set in the first year of balloting in 1936. Pitcher Lee Smith and designated hitter outfielder Harold Baines were elected last month by the Today's Game Era Committee and will be inducted on July 21. Rivera and Smith will increase relievers at Cooperstown by 25% to 8, joining Hoyt Wilhelm, 1985, Raleigh Fingers, 1992, Dennis Eckersley, 2004, Bruce Sutter, 2006, Rich Gossage, 2008, and Hoffman. Including Smith and Baines, 25 people have been voted in since 2014. Messina was 39 when he retired, after going 28 in 2008 and becoming the oldest first-time 20-game winner. He was 270-153 with 2,813 strikeouts in 18 seasons for Baltimore and the Yankees, and had he remained active he had a chance to reach 300 wins and 3,000 strikeouts. "My numbers match up well with guys who are in the Hall of Fame," he said when he retired. Messina got 20.3% of the vote in his first appearance, rose to 43% in 2016, 51.8% the following year, and 63.5% in 2018. This is his 6th appearance, and he was tracking at 81.4%. Bonds and Clemens, both on for the 7th time, also are gaining as younger voters appear less inclined to withhold support because of allegations of steroids use. Bonds rose to 56.4% last year from 36.2% in his first appearance, and he was tracking at 71.2%. Clemens increased from 37.6% in 2013 to 57.3% last year and was tracking at 71.7%. Schilling, also in his 7th appearance, rose from 51.2% last year to 69.9% in this year's tracker. Their best chance could come in 2021, when no first-time candidates are odds-on favorites. Jeter heads the newcomers on the 2020 ballot. Announcement outspoken supporter of Trump, Schilling appeared on Mark Levin's Fox News show on Sunday night and argued that he felt his conservative political views were preventing his induction into Cooperstown. "Is that because of your views?" Levin asked. "You think it's political?" "Part of it is," Schilling said. "I mean, it's not a guess. People that have not voted for me specifically because of the things I've said or did, they've said it. They've come out and said, I can't vote for him because of what he said and what he did." Schilling also complained that he was suffering the same fate as players such as Roger Clemens and Barry Bonds, who were later found to have used steroids during their careers. "They are equating me and something they think I've done or said with guys who willingly cheated," Schilling said. Schilling had worked as an analyst for ESPN but was fired in 2016 for sharing an anti-transgender meme on Facebook. He had previously been suspended by the network from comparing Muslims to Nazis on Twitter. Schilling also applauded a picture on social media that depicted a man wearing a t-shirt that read, "Rope, tree, journalist, some assembly required." "Okay, so much awesome here," Schilling wrote. Afterwards, Boston Globe columnist Dan Shaughnessy wrote that he would no longer consider Schilling when voting for the Hall of Fame. "Count me out on Curt Schilling," he wrote. "I shall invoke the character clause this year." Schill has transitioned from a mere nuisance to an actual menace to society. His tweet supporting the lynching of journalists was the last straw for this voter. Curt later claimed he was joking. "Swell.